Hello and welcome to the 5th Biennial World Skills Barbados competition. We are here at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center, LESC. You have the competition from November 19th to the 22nd. World Skills Barbados, through TVET Council, which is the member organization, we are members of World Skills International. We've been full members since 2011. The World Skills Barbados program is a program geared to raising the level of the national TVET system. Right now, our TVET offerings, our skill-based qualifications, are at mostly level 2 to level 3, and by that are semi-skilled, who will work with little supervision, and then we have those at level 3 who are our technicians or supervisors. But we really want to strive for skills excellence, and that's what World Skills is about. We want to create those innovators, we want to create those persons who will develop systems, not just fix or maintain systems, but we want persons who can develop an economy, because persons can then manufacture and create things, and then you can also export, create employment for persons. So that's what we are really about at World Skills Barbados and TVET Council. That's where the vision is going, and that's where the world is at, and we need to be there. So over the next 4 days of competition here at Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center, we will have fashion technology, graphic design technology, hairdressing, and of course in hospitality, cooking, and restaurant service. And at Simpson Motors, over the weekends, we're going to have car painting. The judges will be looking for the techniques that the competitors use, ensuring they use the correct processes, and of course, looking at that end product. How good does your food taste? How is your service in restaurant? How nice is that hairdo? How are those graphics? Is that ready for that IG poster? And of course, that new outfit to wear to the closing ceremony on December 1st, 2020. Our spectators, we're open to the public. You can come on in and see us, obviously observing the COVID-19 protocols, as these are the times that we're living in. But also, with thanks to the Media Resource Department, you can join us online at the Media Resource Department's YouTube channel and World Skills Barbados Facebook channel. The winners of the World Skills Barbados competition are eligible as long as they meet that criteria, in that they have to score 80% and 75% or more in completing the technical skills here at Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center. As long as they meet that criteria, they're eligible to represent Barbados at World Skills Americas. The date to be confirmed, obviously it's been postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And then World Skills International postponed to September 2022, which is going to give us more time to make sure that Barbados brings home gold. After doing some research about those countries that do well at World Skills International, we found that they have the secret to being the top performers at the World Skills International competition. We need to start training our young people earlier. So let's take, for instance, car painting. No secondary school in Barbados currently does car painting. But you can only do car painting when you reach 16 or when you leave secondary school and move on to the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology. We're saying that persons at 13 and 14 years old need to be involved in skill-based qualifications, not just those theoretical-based qualifications. Persons need to be in CBET, competence-based education and training in technical skills. That is the only way we are going to be able to compete with the rest of the world. And it means that just as if an individual went to secondary school, moved on to the university, by 21, 22, they will have a degree level qualification. The same thing we are trying to promote, that our persons who are going through the TVET stream or the technical stream are degree level qualifications here in Barbados and don't have to fly out and obviously pay a whole heap of money to do that. That's what we're really trying to do here in Barbados. Raise the level of to the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center. You observe the COVID-19 protocols, obviously adhering to the rules of the Lloyd Erskine Sandifer Center. We will have sanitizing stations throughout the competition. Thanks to one of our sponsors, we will also have senators and the judges. There will be full sanitizing of all workstations. So you don't have to worry. We will be following all of the COVID-19 protocols. So make sure to Lloyd Erskine Sandifer Center. Please join us online, as I said before, the Media Resource Department's YouTube channel or World Skills Barbados Facebook channel. See you there.
World Skills, 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 World Skills.
Hi. Can you smell it through your computer screen or your TV? That's a cooking. It's 2020. Come, let's go.
My name is Cody Hines. I am 19 years old and I am competing in cooking. I am pursuing international cuisine. I enrolled in this area of with my grandmother helping out and what's not. I learned about the Barbados. I entered because I saw it as an opportunity to help me further my studies and skills. As far as going, okay, it could be better, but it's going good for now. COVID-19 has affected the training tremendously because
has the training for the competition helped you to develop your personal skills?
it has helped me to develop my personal skills in terms of team building, customer service. To be honest, I see myself performing okay. My future career goals is to at least own at least one restaurant overseas and here in Barbados. My teacher, Mr. Steve Phillips, have trained me well enough and hard enough to know that I could go out into the world of work and
World skills for young and proud visions. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape a world-class workforce today. Building up our economy, Barbados we. World skills, world skills, world skills, world skills, world skills, world skills, world skills.
To the World Skills Barbados 2020 competition. We are about to begin the cooking competition. We have Chef Edie, the skill of the competitors. At station number 1, we have Cody Hines from the Barbados Vocational Training Board. We have Shaquan Graham from the Barbados Community, the Caribbean Cuisine Culinary Institute. There's Lincoln Ned from the Barbados Vocational Training Board. These competitors would have been through the preliminary rounds of the competition. We had to postpone the competition because of the we had to postpone the competition because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we are now able to begin November 19th. 20, the World Skills Barbados competition. The competitors this morning, they had a late start. We had some issues with the materials and so on, but we are ready to roll. Everybody's to Chef Edie, who will be able to explain everything that the competitors will be doing this morning. The judges, we have Mr. Kurt Ruck, we have Mr. Anif Best as well, and I'll get you the name of the third judge shortly. Would you be able to explain to us what the competitors are doing this morning? And you can show the camera, let everybody across the world see your face.
So today they do the mise en place, which is like get everything ready for the 4 days of competition. So what they were supposed to do for the next 4 days, and controlling the ingredients and purchasing when they get to the purchasing point.
Sustainability, like
Exactly.
no wastage.
No wastage. So you have to, because next 4 days of competition. Right. So they're supposed to prepare those things today, and they're given a box. Everything is put into the box, and that box is returned to the refrigerator tomorrow. Okay? So everything that they need for the next 4 days should be in that box today, and the mise en place will be done today. And of course, today they're also making the first module, which is a soup. Right. A soup with
a good Bajan soup, or this is?
No, unfortunately not. This was. And then they have to use in that cream, heavy cream, of course, and then they have to use egg.
This is egg and soup.
Exactly. But don't you're going to mix the egg in the soup. You have to do something with the egg. Maybe if you ready, you pour chick or you make. You could do that, and then that goes into the soup as well. And what's important is he's only a judge. He could be. What's important is the size. What the quantity. You have to prepare the exact amount of soup for 4 portions.
4 portions.
So you can.
See, right?
I put the rest for tomorrow.
Right.
So, so you have to be. So the measurement is also very important. So all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So, how long is the module?
This one is 4 hours.
4 hours.
Very important, sanitizing and cleaning and sanitizing.
Okay.
Because
especially in these times as well.
Of course, of course. Because you can fail. You can do the best dish, the best. It's not good. You can fail the entire competition.
Wow.
Any one day that can happen, right? So.
And of course, you've been to World Skills Kazan last year. I don't know if you want to give the viewers a bit of that experience in terms of the cooking competition.
But I can tell you what, in all my years of competition, this to me was one of the best competitions I've ever been to, and I mean the most intense as well, because I was there to the expert. This was part of the competition. It's like the whole experience was something else. So we had 64 chefs in there
from around the world.
From around the world. These are international chefs now that were experts. Competitor, and these competitors were so well trained. They got me scared, right? here now to go forward is a lot of work.
Well, so I'm happy that you say a lot of work, which means that you have a lot of work.
So can you take it back?
No, you can't take it back. So just to explain to the viewers as well, World Skills International has been postponed from September 2021 to September 2022, which means that we have an extra year to prepare our competitors.
So that means we should not be coming back without a medallion.
At minimum, a medallion for excellence.
At minimum.
And for our viewers, a medallion for excellence is an award given to a competitor who doesn't get gold, silver, or bronze.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Tell that person that's calling you that it's not time now.
I got to make sure it should be off actually. Not necessarily. It is a level you reach to.
Yeah, so it's a
700
standard.
points, it's a standard.
Yeah,
You could be there, don't get gold, silver, or bronze, but you finish right down the line.
Yeah.
If you reach a certain standard,
World Skills standard.
if you reach world skill standard, you get a medallion in excellence. Our person missed it by 6 points.
Six
Well,
or seven.
Something like that.
And actually, over here, this person that you speak of, is this Shea White?
Come on, Shea actually now is a. You know
She's on the Champions Trust.
Champions Trust.
So, Shea, you can actually tell the viewers your experience in Kazan in the competition. Actually, we can start from your World Skills Barbados experience, and then you can tell them about your experience in Kazan and know your new role with World Skills International.
Well, honestly, I haven't done this competition. I haven't gone through the paces. It was very, very, very stressful. It was a big learning curve for me, and it taught me a lot about myself and about my craft. And then getting to Russia, it really just showed the difference in caliber of the world standard that we want to achieve here and that we want to reach. And then my new role now, I'm basically a youth ambassador with World Skills International. So we work in conjunction with the board to ensure that everything goes smoothly, and we keep in contact with all the member countries, and we make sure that our members are satisfied and that everything that needs to be done for competition is done smoothly.
And you're the representative for...
I'm the representative for the Caribbean and the Americas. Yes, I am.
So how are you enjoying that role?
I am enjoying it thoroughly. It's a big learning experience. I'm learning a lot about myself and public speaking, a lot of things I would not necessarily do in my field of work. So it's extremely helpful for me.
I can tell you, we saw a lot
Thank you.
of improvement in Shea from the time we started training. She was just like a wild bull at that time, but she's become now so much more disciplined. This program did so much for her, and that's why I think this program is so great. There's so many different aspects of your life that you get developed during this program. I saw it a lot with her. She's now such a mature person, and even the way she approaches things that she's doing right now is fantastic.
So we recognize that from 2017 when we've been to Abu Dhabi, and that's where we implemented the competitor developmental program, which would target the soft skills. One of the deficiencies that researchers have noted about students in Tibet was those soft skills, emotional intelligence, public speaking, communication, or business etiquette, all those things we recognize that.
So you know that we got to start that. That has to go further Tibet as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, definitely.
That has to get to the schools, because right now that's normal. I mean, even the program we used to do Junior Drilling Challenge, I had that problem all the time. They couldn't relate to each other, couldn't relate to people, couldn't talk when you might get in the face, so they start to freeze and stuff like that. So that really needs development. Shea doesn't have that problem for sure.
Well, I must say you neither. Right. So 4 hours. We started a few minutes ago. Just to give an idea, Shea, I don't know if you want to speak to how you did your first module. How did that go for you? This cream of vegetable soup.
Well, in Kazan, I was prepared for it. That was the one module I was certainly ready for, that I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt I would get done. So that was the one I wasn't very worried about. And being that it was the introductory module, it just really put me in the pace, it put me in motion, and it just helped me to work through the next 3 days of competition, because it's very grueling to do 4 back-to-back days, 4 hours every day. It's very stressful, but it's a very good competition to be a part of.
Well, you say it's very grueling, but obviously if you're working in the hospitality industry, you sometimes work, what the old people used to say, 8 days a week? Sorry, 7 days a week, including Sunday. Right. So you would expect to have long hours, but these 4-hour modules, as we see Shaquan here is really firing up the stove. Chef Edie noted that they need to have an egg in the soup dish. Could you tell us how you did yours?
How did I think I incorporated my egg in the flan. I did a seasoned curry flan on top of my cream soup.
So hold on. You did curry, egg, and soup.
Yes, I did.
For those of us who struggle to boil water, could you explain that?
Right.
And explain what a flan is, please.
A flan is basically something very similar to a cake, but it's not baked, it's more so steamed. So you want a nice soft texture. It's supposed to be nice and moist. It's not supposed to have a lot of air bubbles. it's supposed to be nice and basically melt in your mouth. So it would have been a nice compliment to the cream soup. And then it had crunch elements on it as well. It had some choux puffs on top, and that's what I worked with for this first model.
Fantastic. So you will stick around with us for the duration of the competition, I hope, Shea?
I will do my best. I am juggling with work and everything, but I will be passing through the next coming days of competition.
So you just let me know, and I will write to your employers to let them know that you need that time to spend here with us. Okay, thank you very much, Shea. Right. So we are continuing here with the competition. I am extremely sorry that you can't smell this right now through the camera, but it's really starting to smell good here. Trust me. Competitors, as I said, come from the Barbados Community College, the Barbados Vocational Training Board, and in this first group, the Caribbean Cuisine Culinary Institute. The cooking competition has 10 competitors, and we have split them into 2 groups of 5. All right, so those 2 groups of 5, so 5 competitors in the morning in group 1 and 5 in the afternoon for group 2. And the afternoon segment, there will be 2 competitors from the Barbados Vocational Training Board as well, 2 from the Barbados Community College, and 1 from the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology. Right? So what we'll do here is that I have a coach from the Barbados Community College, Mr. or should I say Chef Reese. Chef Reese, as the coach for the Barbados Community College, could you just tell me a bit about preparation? You have 2 competitors in group 1, that would be Jessica and Shaquan. Could you tell me a bit about your preparation?
The preparation wasn't too bad. We started a bit late, obviously because of COVID, and we had a bit of a challenge on Shaquan's part because he would have completed his degree already. He went on and he was successful. Jessica, on the other hand, she would have been a student at school, so it was a little bit more easier, to have. It was a little bit easier for her to train. But my challenge for her was, let's say for instance, we had a free time to train. She may have an online class. A lot of the classes, right, the scheduling. So it was timing. I wanted, everybody to train together, but that also was a little challenge. Oh, definitely not. We had a little group chat where we would share pictures, share ideas, because, the theory aspect of it is still quite important. But we managed to have a couple sessions all together. And, I think that everybody is fully equipped. I just encourage them to stick to the basics, and then, link the learning together and just relax. This competition is just, one big lab, what we call it at the college. Yeah.
And enjoy it, obviously.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Have fun. I thought, sing the songs in your head, you could dance in the competition, just to calm the nerves. And oh, definitely. There's no other way. I always say cook with Bajan food with an international twist.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cook with Bajan food with an international twist. All right, so as we continue on, right, so we'll take a break shortly and come back. I'll give you some more highlights from the World Skills Barbados Cooking Competition here at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center. Thank you.
My name is Shaquan Graham. I am 21 years of age and I am competing in the cooking skills area of the competition. I pursued an associate's degree in culinary arts at the Barbados Community College Hospitality Institute. I enrolled in this area of study because of my passion for cooking. I learned about the World Skills Barbados competition through the past champion, Shea White, and I decided to join because of my passion for cooking. Training for the competition is a bit tedious, however, it is going as best as it can be. COVID-19 has affected my training by limiting the amount of time I had for practice. Participation in the competition has enhanced my technical skills, and personally, it has shown me how good I can be at cooking. I am confident in myself that I can achieve goals in the competition. My plan is to compete and medal in the World Skills International competition after the Barbados competition. My future career goal is to be an executive chef at my own restaurant. The competition has provided much needed experience which will be used as an asset for my future career goals. My advice to future World Skills competitors is to join the competition because it is a life-changing experience.
World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do. Building up our economy, Barbados we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills.
Hi, and welcome. You know what time it is. Time for the graphic design competition at World Skills Barbados 2020. You want to see me scroll up?
My name is Trey Graves. I'm 20 years old. I am doing the bachelor's degree at the Barbados Community College in graphic design and technology. I always had a love for fine art and drawing, and that built me an interest in graphic design and the study of design. And I was encouraged by my tutor, Miss Shelley Mears at the Barbados Community College, to get involved in the program at World Skills in order to better some of my skills in the area of graphic design.
How is your training and preparation for the competition going?
Well, it has some up and downs because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Has made it kind of difficult to use certain programs that I would normally be accustomed using. But generally, I'm making steady progress in improving my speed and getting better at the design process in general. So it has been moving to some degree at a reasonable pace.
How is participation in the competition helping you to develop technical skills?
Well, it's helping me to develop technical skills by encouraging me to really think more clearly and more progressively in how I work. Generally, before I started this work, I would take a long time to get to a particular area, but the pacing of the program and the tests have helped me to increase my speed in getting ideas quicker and getting strong ideas quicker, more importantly.
How do you see yourself performing in the World Skills Barbados 2020 competition, and what about your chances for medaling?
Tough one. I see myself reaching.
Volume.
I see myself reaching kind of the reasonable middle area based on my current skills right now. I definitely can medal, I will say that. I definitely have the potential to medal, but it will definitely take a lot of work from my ground right now.
What are your plans for the World Skills What are your plans after this particular competition?
Well, my plans are to continue to get my bachelor's degree, to complete that program, allows us to find a career possibly as an illustrator or as a graphic designer at a possible design agency or firm.
What are your future career goals?
My future career goals will involve the area of design. In terms of what I want a career, that has yet to be decided in terms of my path, but I definitely do have some options, such as mentioned earlier, illustration, maybe back to my fine art roots as a traditional artist, possibly an area like that.
How has the competition assisted you in working toward these goals?
The competition has assisted me in many ways because understanding what is expected of me as I go on into one of these careers, understanding what the level that I would need to be at, and helping me to get a better idea of what I would really need to study more, research more, to get to a level where I can compete internationally.
What advice would you give about entering the WorldSkills Barbados competition?
Well, my best advice would be to, of course, prepare yourself because it's definitely a lot of work. You kind of sometimes may feel like you get thrown into something that is very unexpected, and sometimes unexpected tasks get thrown at you and you're thrown onto the water. So, really and truly, you have to prepare yourself and really set your mind on getting the work done as best as you possibly can because ultimately that's what you can do.
As a student enrolled in a technical and vocational education and training institution, how do you think you can be better prepared for the world of work or a future career?
Well, some of these skills that I've learned during this program is conversational and more soft skills. So generally just resolving issues even in workplaces or communicating with people your ideas even if you're not a confident person such as myself. And so being able to get an idea across is sometimes one of the most important things you can do in a workplace, and that the competition has really helped me to get a better idea of how I should resolve situations.
World skills for young and proud visions. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do. Building up our economy, Barbados we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills.
Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the World Skills Barbados Graphic Design Competition. Again, we're here at Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center. For this competition, we have only one competitor. That is because we had a criteria set for the preliminary rounds where to advance to the finals, you needed to score 50% or more in your test project module. One competitor for graphic design was able to make that score, and that was Trey Graves. So he's been given the opportunity to complete the entire test project here at the finals to see if he reaches a score that enables him to represent Barbados at the World Skills Americas or World Skills International competition. Trey Graves is a student of the Barbados Community College. He's in the Bachelor of Fine Arts program, and I actually have one of his lecturers here, instructors, Miss Shelley Mears, and coincidentally, Shelley is actually one of our experts, and she's performing the role of skill advisor here. Shelley was at the World Skills International competition in Russia, and I will ask Shelley to give us an idea of that experience in Russia. How was Kazan?
Incredible experience. We were able to take a lot of what we have learned and apply it to the next competition now. So we're seeing the fruits of that labor already this morning. I'm obviously looking to the side, and Trey is working fast. He's being very efficient. So we expect like really good things to come out of him for the next 4 days.
So can you tell us exactly what he is doing this morning?
Okay, today the focus is collateral material, which includes logo design, brochure, and business card. And he's working in 2 languages, Russian and English. So whatever he does must translate. Whatever he does in English, he must make sure he designs it in a way that it still looks pretty much the same. So
we are preparing Trey. We are preparing Trey for international clients. That's what he's saying, because he's producing logos and business cards in 2 languages.
Yes, every single day we've followed the test projects every single day, and each one the language changes. So maybe tomorrow it's Chinese, maybe the day after that it is French, or it's Spanish or Japanese or what have you. So he gets that international experience as well. And to be more fair, it's a democratic way to work, very thoughtful way to work.
Okay, so can you tell us a bit about training and preparation for Trey, and how did COVID-19 impact that?
Okay, so the good news about graphic design technology is that it can function 100% online, but we did miss the face-to-face in the first couple of months because we were waiting to meet at the Barbados Community College to do some training, and this is why it's important, because when you meet face-to-face, you can see certain practices or behaviors that you're able to target to help him improve, like his speed and some of his thought process. So the first couple of months, I would admit, was still challenging, but once we, got back to college and started doing face-to-face, things got even better and better. And he's been practicing for like 7 months, which is a long time, at least. Historically for us, 7 months is a long time. So we're looking for him to do extremely well once he stays focused and, don't get any jitters or anything like that. He should excel.
So you're speaking about doing very well and excelling. And to remind the audience and the viewers that World Skills International has been postponed from September 2021 to September 2022. Which gives an extra year for competitors to train and prepare and be ready for that international competition. Do you think Trey will be ready? You're looking for Trey to go to Shanghai?
Of course.
Straight and to the point. All right?
He's going to get there.
Okay, fantastic. He has a fantastic attitude.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'll show thank you very much, Shelly. Thank you. All right. Okay. What I will show the viewers is that we can actually have a look at what Trey is doing here. He's working on one of the monitors, and we have the judges here, and they are able to see what he's doing in real time. And obviously so do you. Okay, please.
The logo that he's working on is actually inspired by a figure in Kazan called the Zealant. It's a winged creature that looks a bit like a dragon. So he's using some of the gathered images that you use for research and inspiration. He's creating the Zealant. He's creating the logo from the Zealant. So it's coming along very well, I have to say. It's about 6.5 hours. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Trey will be working on this module for the entire day, and each day he has to do something else. Am I correct?
Yes. Tomorrow we are looking at packaging. Yeah. On the third day, he's working more so on advertising and promotion. And on the fourth day, it's more campaign work, kind of like public service type of design.
So I remember reading in one of the test projects and the modules that they have to do like IG posters and those kinds of things as well.
Yes, there's a social media aspect to it, and he also has to work with hyperlinks as well. So it's not just traditional design like poster and logo and that type of thing. We're actually working a lot on social media. The last 2 days, there will be more focus on that.
So that is a big advertisement for Trey, and the fact that it's graphic design, it can be done online. And that means that those of you around the world who needs a graphic design artist, a young, budding, upcoming graphic design artist, you are able to look him right in the face, Trey Graves. I can tell you as well that much of the graphics that we have for World Skills Barbados, even the invitation that we sent out to the online link, those were done by our last competitor, our last winner, Christina Patrick. Christina would have been the winner of this graphic design competition in 2018, and she would have represented Barbados in Kazan in 2019. So it goes to show that we invested in the youth, and now it's bearing fruit. As I said, I like the fact that they have the opportunity to work with international standards. These test projects were developed by our international experts at the competition. The standards are validated by the experts at the competition, and I'm sure, Shelly, you would have had an input in those standards as well.
Yes, quite a bit. I worked quite a lot with the technical document and actually got a kudos from the chief expert. He's saying you need to come back.
Well, I'm sure Trey is going to make sure that you're back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Right, exactly, and that goes to show that we have quality here in Barbados as well, because Shelley was able to have some input into those international standards that will be used across the world for the next graphic design technology competition. Thank you again, Shelley. Thank you. Shelley's extremely proud of her competitor, extremely proud to represent Barbados at the international competition. I can tell you very much, from the time we came back, Shelley was working, looking at the things that we can implement into our program and looking to see how we can develop training and development in graphic design here in Barbados. Right, so I just want to thank you again. We will sign off from the graphic design competition here at World Skills until later. We will get back to you. Thank you again very much for viewing World Skills Barbados 2020 Graphic Design Technology. Dario Walcott, Shelley Mears. See ya.
My name is Deshaun Wiggins. I'm 20 years old. I'll be representing Caribbean Cuisine Culinary Institute in the cooking skills area. Currently, I'm pursuing certified culinarian at the Caribbean Cuisine Culinary Institute. I enrolled in the program because for me personally, it's the best step to take, and it's one of the most advanced culinary programs in Barbados at the moment. I learned about the competition through my teachers at school. She said, hey, I think this is going to be a great competition for you and I believe you can do it. Currently, my training is very hard, but I think it's a very necessary part in order to win this competition. COVID affected my training drastically. It changed my entire way of training and set everything basically out of place, but I think we're managing with it. For me, I believe the competition is developing my skills as a whole as a chef, and especially my conflict management skills and my thinking skills. I do believe I can win. Furthermore, I think I will. I know I will win. I have the knowledge, I have the skill set, I just have to apply it. After the competition, I do believe I should continue in other culinary competitions. My future career goals will be in culinary management and food styling. The competition assisted me in terms of knowing the correct cooking techniques and how to execute them, and I believe I'm on the right path. To any person wanting to enter the World Skills competition, I would say go for it. It's an excellent experience and you'll get to improve and hone your skills. As a student enrolled in a TVET institution, I believe the skills that I've been taught has given me the tools to take on the work environment head on, and I know that what I've been taught will carry me far.
World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do. Building up our economy, Barbados we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills.
Listen. Wait, hold on. Before you do anything,
Good afternoon again. Good afternoon and welcome back to the World Skills Barbados cooking competition. We are about 45 minutes into this competition. I actually had Chef Eddie with me, but he's dealing with a matter here in the competition. Technical matter, something that obviously I can't deal with, so Chef Eddie is going to give us some assistance there. But if you see, the competitors just did their knife cuts. Hopefully in a bit, Chef Edie will be able to provide you the names of those knife cuts, julienne, brunoise cuts, and I'm just telling you the names that I recall reading. So that they have Chef Edie here. Chef Edie, could you explain to us the knife cuts that the competitors had to do?
Yeah, it's like cream cheese.
Chef Edie is extremely busy here now. Right, so the competitors from the Barbados Vocational Training Board, the Barbados Community College, and the Caribbean Cuisine Culinary Institute. The competitors are now starting to cook their veg. As you can see here, Cody Hines is cooking his veg. Chef, thank you, Chef. I understand you're extremely busy. Could you explain to us the knife skills that they had to do?
Right, today's skill test, today the first skill test was today, and this skill test is knife cuts. And they had to do 30 grams of brunoise, which is a fine dice, and 30 grams of julienne, which is a cut like a matchstick. So what we just be looking for is perfection, right? So you had half hour in this first program, you had to produce that by. So the half hour is just about up now, so you should be seeing knife cuts on the table now. You also had to do a turned potato. There's a potato that is shaped 2 inches long, and it has five or 7 sides. Either 5 or 7, but it's 2 inches long and it's shaped like a barrel.
So can you explain to me how these knife cuts will be used when they enter the world of work?
Right. So once you get into the industry, when you go to the restaurant, you go to these fine dining restaurants, you see these potatoes with all these fancy shapes in there, and then you see your meal come and you have like cuts of vegetables in a sauce, for instance, but they're all the same texture and all that. That's why it's important. You don't want to have like some half inch, some quarter inch, some 2/8, that kind of thing, right? It has to be all so it's all about precision. And this is what tells the judges, yes, you've been practicing with your knife skills, which is the most important thing in the kitchen, knife skills.
Knife skills.
Yeah.
So I see that they've begun the cooking of the veg. This is going to the cream of vegetable soup.
Well, what you'll be doing as well now, as we speak, is doing the prep for the next 2 days. Remember, another part of the first day is mise en place. Mise en place is like putting everything in place. That's what it really is. And so what they should be doing now is preparing all their vegetable cuts and shaping everything like that for the next 3 days of competition, as well as while making that cream of vegetable soup. So it's a lot more challenging than it sounds, okay? It's a lot more, we say 4 hours to make a soup, a long time, but it's a lot more than just making the soup today.
So explain to me the process of having a cream soup, because the only cream I know is about lotion. So you tell me how this cream of vegetable
That's
soup
why you
works.
work at TV and we work as chefs. A cream of vegetable. So a cream soup is a soup that is thickened with a roux and finished with cream. That's technically why it is. Thickened with a roux. A roux is a thickening agent, which is flour, equal portion of flour and fat cooked together. Different from a beurre manier, which is just equal portion of flour and fat kneaded together. So there's a lot of technicalities. This is what people don't understand about cooking. There's so much technicalities and there's so much technical
Sorry, I
stuff
don't have
there.
my note, but we're recording, so that's fine.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so they have to. It's supposed to be thickened with the roux. So whatever vegetable they cook, and you got to build it. You don't just throw it in the pot. So you start with things. If you smell the aroma here, you can smell like onions. I can smell like onions and garlic.
I'm sure they can smell it as well.
It's so strong, right? Yeah, you can smell onions. They can smell the onions, garlic. You can smell those kind of things there now. So what you do is you actually start to saute those or cook in over a small amount of fat. Those vegetables that you choose, whichever vegetables you choose. Whether it's I see some mushrooms there. I see some carrots there. So they choose different vegetables, and you cook with that fat first. And you do your first level of seasoning, a little bit of salt and pepper at that point. Then you have to cook it till it's completely cooked, blend it, thicken it with the roux at that point in time, which is you have to make the roux, which is flour and fat cooked together until a sandy texture. You use that to thicken the soup, then pass it. Pass it through a sieve or strainer or chinoise, all those things you use for straining, right? So it's nice and really smooth. Because again, this is what the competition is about: perfection, really perfect plates, and then finish it. Then you have to do something with the egg in there. You have to use egg as your garnish. As Shay said, she used the egg as a flan, which is flan is like egg and liquid cooked together. But then she flavored her flan with curry. So it's a curry flavored flan, really delicate stuff.
Curry egg in vegetable soup.
In vegetable soup, curry egg flan, in cream of vegetable soup. So you see how it becomes complicated now, because all these things are what they have to pull together. All these layers have to go in there to make that final soup. So when you go and you sit in your fine dining restaurant, that's what comes in front of you. You always see this amazing thing comes in front of you. That's what it takes to build it up, to build it to that point.
So these people think about skill-based qualifications as just, you just go and do it, and this is not for people who don't know, but the terms that you're using, the process that you're explaining, it seems extremely, for me, difficult, but very complex. So this shows the impact of world skills and these world standards, and the impact on how this will have with our people. Preparing our people for the world stage, and ensuring that they're exposed to these world standards. These students are Barbados Vocational Training Board, the Barbados Community College, and of course the Caribbean Cuisine Culinary Institute. And they're getting this opportunity, and it's right, the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, which the competitor will be going this afternoon. Right. And they're getting this opportunity at this stage to be exposed to these standards, exposed to these things that they may only be exposed to if they were to work in industry. Right. So just give us an idea of the importance of these skills that they're learning and the opportunity that they're receiving right now.
All right, you talk about in industry. I got to be careful here because it shows it shows the level of where you're at. I mean, and you've been to World Skills now 2 times, Abu Dhabi and Russia. And I mean, when you look at it, you have to see that we are really not where we think we are as far as food is concerned. We can make food. We can do what I call the look good, taste good plate. So we have chefs who go and make a plate that look like the most beautiful castle you could find, and then it tastes wonderful because I think we in the Caribbean, especially Barbados, we are naturally good with flavor. It came from our grandparents, right? Remember, I'm sure you always remember your grandmother's cooking that kind of thing. So the flavors are always there, but now all the technical aspects to build this up now. They most of the time did it without even understanding what they're doing. These students now have to understand the science behind the spices, the science behind the herbs, What's the starch? How a starch is cooked? How is it broken down? You know, what's the protein? What causes protein fibers to stay together? All these the sciences cooking now these need to know because they have to master it in the competition. So you can't master it unless you know it to start with and understand it. So this is what this program does. It's a skills program. So and you don't do this by going like before in our industry. A lot of our chefs started washing pots or scrubbing floors. So they did a good job, and then they got promoted to peeling potatoes, and then there was fry eggs, and then immediately after I see they're in the kitchen cooking. But that's okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you're not a chef at the end of the day, because the chef know you need to know all the science and everything that makes up all this. When if you go to the international kitchens now, you go into the kitchen, you need to know all this stuff. That's why the international certification is so important. We have certification here, yes, but then you do international certification, the ACF in place, World Chefs Association, things like that. They need to know. They test you on your knowledge of technical skills.
So can you explain to me the levels of the chefs? You have commis chef, demi chef, sous chef.
Right. All right, so the levels, actually to start with certified culinarian, that's the entry level. That means that you are now certified to be in this kitchen, calling yourself even a cook. Because again, you got levels between cook and chef as well, okay? So certified culinarian is the first thing. And then you will get, from that level, the next one is chef de partie, which is the chef that will be in charge of a group, station, right? There you go, very good.
Reading the standards.
Okay. In charge of a station. So you might have the kitchen now, the kitchen now itself, even that, the average citizen might understand the kitchen is broken down into departments. You might have a
pastry,
correct, butchery, breakfast area, lunch. So you will have a chef in charge of each of those departments. And each of those chefs will have workers working on them, which are called commis, first, second, and third commis, different levels, even in that, the different levels before you get to that. And above him, there will be the sous chef.
Okay.
This is the person who actually runs it. And then the chef.
Executive chef.
No, certified chef de cuisine is next.
Oh, wow.
Right? Before you become the certified executive chef. And then after that, of course, the god of the whole thing, certified master chef.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my question to you now, when these competitors pass through this program, they've exposed to these international standards, how do you think they will fare in the world of work moving forward to one of those positions? You think that this program prepares them to move up the ladder and move up the chain in the chef area?
Well, this program, if well taught, right, preparing for this program, that's the thing. The thing is that you have to be prepared for this program. So the teachers will have to know about this as well. Again, we'll be careful. So yes, if they're well taught, it will mean that they have gone through. For instance, let's take for instance skills. And here, these are lucky because you give them the skills test at this point. When you go to World Skills, you don't get the skills test.
You don't know.
You don't know until C1
So
for C2.
the day
Right.
before.
Competition day 1, you get the skill test for competition day 2. And competition day 2, you get the certificate for competition day 3. There it goes again. Competition day 3. But why they do that is because you are expected to know these skills. Because you have done a training program that taught you all these skills. So if these skills are not taught at your training institution, you're going to be in trouble when you get there.
So I'm happy that you said that, because the TVET Council will be undertaking a project to ensure that we map the world skill standards and our higher level standards, which we have level 3s and level 4s, to our programs at the institutions, to ensure that the students, not only the competitors in world skills, but the students in the programs are being exposed to higher level technical qualifications and higher level standards, which is extremely important. And from there, we will make sure that we close any skill gaps that our instructors or our trainers have, and ensure that Barbados is able to compete with the rest of the world. So the world is really under some strain with COVID-19, but we use this time to make sure that our people are more marketable. The hospitality industry has taken a serious hit because of COVID-19, but I'm sure things will get better. But during the down period, we need to ensure that our people are ready for when the world opens back 100%. Right? So I want to thank Chef Edie for those words, explaining the culinary arena to us. I'm sure I learned a lot. I'm sorry that I'm unable to take some notes, Chef, but I'll stick close to you, and hopefully I wouldn't burn that water that I was boiling. Thank you again. to wrap up. We are going to be back later. They're about an hour and some in. It's a 4-hour module, and we definitely will be back to show you what the end product to this cream of vegetable soup looks like. Thank you.
My name is Jessica Cummins. I'm 20 years old and I'll be competing in the cooking skill area. I represent the Barbados Community College Hospitality Institute. I am currently pursuing an associate degree in culinary arts. I enrolled in the associate degree in culinary arts to hone in on my skills, my culinary skills, and I've always been passionate about cooking. I learned about the World Skills Barbados competition through my tutors at school, and I thought it was a good opportunity to showcase my skills. My training for the competition is going well. COVID-19 has impacted it in ways that it cuts back on our training days, so it pushes you to be more motivated and to be more focused at home. The developmental program of the competition was very insightful. It taught a lot of life skills that were very important, and it overall is helping me become a more rounded person. I intend to do my best in the World Skills competition and place in the top 3 of the competition. My plans for after the World Skills competition are to continue to hone in on my skills and to leave my mark on the culinary field in Barbados. In the future, I would like to be one of the best known pastry chefs in the world and open my own restaurant. The competition has assisted me in working towards my career goals by allowing me to focus on specific areas and to be more skilled. Some advice I would give about entering future World Skills Barbados competitions is to do your research and to be willing to learn. As a student enrolled in a TVET institution, I feel that the institutions offer very well-rounded courses. However, I think that they can also offer more scholarship opportunities and keep the students more motivated and encouraged.
World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills. World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, world skills, world skills, world skills, world skills.
Hello and welcome to the 5th Biennial World Skills Barbados Competition. We are here at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center, LESC. We have the competition from November 19th to the 22nd. World Skills Barbados, through TVET Council, which is the member organization, we are members of World Skills International. We've been full members since 2017 and associate members since 2011. The World Skills Barbados program is a program geared to raising the level of the national TVET system. Right now, our TVET offerings, our skill-based qualifications, are at mostly level 2 to level 3. And by that I mean we have workers who are semi-skilled, who will work with little supervision, and then we have those at level 3 who are our technicians, our supervisors. But we really want to strive for skills excellence, and that's what World Skills is about. We want to create those innovators, we want to create those persons who will develop systems, not just fix or maintain systems, but we want persons who can develop and innovate. And that way, that's going to help drive the economy, because persons can then manufacture and create things, and then you can also export, create employment for persons. So that's what we are really about at World Skills Barbados and TVET Council. That's where the vision is going, and that's where the world is at, and we need to be there. So over the next 4 days of competition here at Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center, we will have fashion technology, graphic design technology, hairdressing, and of course in hospitality, cooking, and restaurant service. And at Simpson Motors, over the weekends, we're going to have car painting. The judges will be looking for the techniques that the competitors use, ensuring they use the correct processes, and of course, looking at that end product. How good does your food taste? How is your service in restaurant? How nice is that hairdo? How are those graphics? Is that ready for that IG poster? And of course, that new outfit to wear to the closing ceremony on December 1st, 2020. Our spectators, we're open to the public. You can come on in and see us, obviously observing the COVID-19 protocols, as these are the times that we're living in. But also, with thanks to the Media Resource Department, you can join us online at the Media Resource Department's YouTube channel and World Skills Barbados Facebook channel. The winners of the World Skills Barbados competition are eligible as long as they meet that criteria, in that they have to score 80% or more in the competitor developmental program and 75% or more in completing the technical skills here at Lloyd Erskine Sandy First Center. As long as they meet that criteria, they're eligible to represent Barbados at World Skills Americas. The date to be confirmed, obviously it's been postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And then World Skills International postponed to September 2022, which is going to give us more time to make sure that Barbados brings home gold. After doing some research about those countries that do well at World Skills International, we found that they have the secret to being the top performers at the World Skills International competition. We need to start training our young people earlier. So let's take, for instance, car painting. No secondary school in Barbados currently does car painting. But you can only do car painting when you reach 16 or when you leave secondary school and move on to the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology. We're saying that persons at 13 and 14 years old need to be involved in skill-based qualifications, not just those theoretical-based qualifications. Persons need to be in CBET, competence-based education and training in technical skills. That is the only way we are going to be able to compete with the rest of the world. And it goes twofold. When we start earlier, it means that just as if an individual went to secondary school, moved on to college or A-levels, and then on to the university, by 21, 22, they will have a degree level qualification. The same thing we are trying to promote with our technical qualifications. We need to make sure that our persons who are going through the TVET stream or the technical stream are able to achieve degree level qualifications here in Barbados and don't have to fly out and obviously pay a whole heap of money to do that. That's what we're really trying to do here in Barbados. Raise the level of the national TVET system. So you don't have to worry when you come into the Lloyd Erskine Sandy First Center. You observe the COVID-19 protocols, obviously adhering to the rules of the Lloyd Erskine Sandy First Center. We will have sanitizing stations throughout the competition. Thanks to one of our sponsors, we will also have sanitizing kits for each of the competitors and the judges. We will also sanitize at the end of every module, and at the end of every day, there will be full sanitizing of all workstations. So you don't have to worry. We will be following all of the COVID-19 protocols. So make sure that you come on down and join us. If for whatever reason you can't come to Lloyd Erskine Sandy First Center, please join us online. As I said before, the Media Resource Department's YouTube channel or World Skills Barbados Facebook channel. See you there.
World skills, world skills, world skills, world skills, world skills.
Walking through here, hopefully one of the technicians with their jacket on. You got 3 minutes? Look. Okay, we are closing off here at the World Skills Barbados competition in cooking. Thank you very much. We will please stay tuned, and this afternoon we sign on again live here from the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center. Thank you.